In the Buzz now at 9/11 coloring book, complete with pictures of smoke pouring from the World Trade Center. President Bush and a Navy SEAL shooting Osama bin Laden years after the attack. Joining us on the phone to talk about the book is Wayne Bell from Really Big Coloring Books Incorporated. Wayne, what was your goal in publishing this coloring book?
The goal of publishing this coloring book is to fill a need across the country from parents, teachers, and educators that have asked us to design something that they can use to really explain to children what this event was about. The goal is to educate, not to offend anybody. It's a simple educational piece that's for older children of the coloring age 12, 13, 14, and up. Even though 13, 14-year-olds don't color, it's really a coloring novel. It's not like a coloring book that you would put into the backpack of a pre-kindergarten kid or a grade schooler. It's really for older children, and that's how it was designed.
Yeah, because I noticed on the cover of this it says rated PG, parental guidance suggested. Yes. So this is not something that you are encouraging or targeting for elementary school kids,
no,
for example.
Absolutely not.
Because some of the pictures are quite graphic. I mean, you can see the smoke coming from the towers.
Right.
Osama bin Laden being shot.
Yes.
And that, of course, has received some criticism.
Yes, we have. From a specific group here in America, we've received criticism. What most parents told us, and educators and teachers, when we designed the book, is that they didn't want to see a politically correct piece of literature. They did not want to see something that candy-coated the truth. They wanted it in clean, clear, sharp, black and white. And the book is not disparaging of any individual or any organization, and we don't take a position on the products that we produce for the nation. We simply publish quality products based on feedback that we get from people that we publish those products for.
Hey Wayne, we see this picture here of the bullet coming out of the gun. I mean, it seems quite graphic. Was there a need to publish a book that was very, should I say, upfront about what happened?
Well, if you take the national media as a whole, a lot of parents say when children see towers falling, people getting shot, you see very graphic images on TV, it's hard to explain to children what 9/11 is about. And what a lot of the firefighters, paramedics, people we talked to in the military said is that they wanted to see closure on this event. And so we got that actual picture from the national media where a lot of people did the animated section of Osama hiding behind his wife initially when the story came out. That's where that picture came from. So it's a reflection of the national media caricature of that event itself.
Let's talk about some of the other criticisms. I know you said this book is meant to educate. One of the other criticisms has been that this is divisive, that it unfairly depicts Muslims in a negative light.
Right. Well, we don't discuss Muslims in the book. We do not discuss Islam. We don't discuss faith or religion at all. The book has got 19 pages, and through those 19 pages that talk about the 12 hours of 9/11, it basically uses some terminology that's what most of the media uses, like radical Islamic Muslim extremist. I know that's not politically correct language, but that's actual language that's used over and over. Like tomorrow night, I know the History Channel is doing an entire one-hour event called Targeting Bin Laden, which will be much more graphic, and it's directed during family primetime hours. So this book itself is just used as a section of the country, and the only place you can get it is on our webpage at coloringbook.com. You cannot buy this on store shelves. So if parents don't want it, they're certainly not going to buy it.
Okay, so who is buying it? I mean, have you guys sold a lot of these?
Yes,
is there a lot of interest?
As of this morning, the book has traveled literally to 159 countries around the world. This is far beyond anything that we thought would ever happen.
Are we talking hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands?
Well, we're talking a lot of books, and we're simply not going to release the numbers. We're printing them as fast as we can, I'll tell you that. That's why we have a full staff in here on the holidays. But the book, for some reason, is being super well received in Canada and in England and in Europe.
Something I just noticed going through this book, it's written with or printed with soybean ink on recycled paper, and I also noticed at the bottom of the book it says the publisher donates a portion of the proceeds from this book to charity. Talk about that.
Well, we donate some of the money. We don't donate the manufacturing cost, but the proceeds of the book goes to a group called Bridges for Peace. It's a national organization that's full of love and charity. They feed people over in the Middle East. They feed Christians, they feed Jews, and they feed Arabs. So this is an organization that's a long organization. It's very old, and they're very beneficial to the people. I mean, if you show up hungry, they feed you, and that's where the proceeds goes.
Wayne Bell, thank you so much for talking with us. I mean, we know this book is receiving a lot of controversy, and we appreciate you joining us now at 9 to be out in the open and talk about the issues and really talk about the controversy with this.
Okay, so you guys have heard about the controversy. This is the book. We've posted the story to our Now at 9 Facebook page. Again, we shall never forget 9/11, the Kids Book of Freedom. Coming up later in the show, you have an opportunity to sound off on this. Tell us what you think. Is this a good idea or not?